What's up guys, it's Chris here. I'm now making new content every single Monday and Wednesday, and then I'm streaming and making other content in between. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel and this type of information benefit you, I really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel and like this video for the YouTube algorithms. In today's video, I'm going to go over a very simple misconception, and that's that you don't have to have a lot of money in order to start investing in NFTs. I have a lot of my friends and family that I know in person that simply don't want to take that initial leap of doing this large investment on something that they know nothing about. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can just take a little bit of money and do flips here and there and hit your desired goals. As always, nothing in this video is financial advice. I'm going to show you the steps that I took in order to turn under $10, and I just bought a $2,400 Marvel NFT comic last night. The beauty of the space is you're really not too late. There's always room to make moves, whether it's the day of drops or the week after drops or whenever that is. The market's always fluctuating and you can really take advantage of that. I hope that in this video it gives you some insight to make your own decisions and make your own moves. Now, a lot of you that are watching this video that are already involved with VEVE, you might be thinking, well, all he did was probably just hit a secret rare comic and boom, he was able to flip that and make that investment. You're close, but not quite. I'm going to show you the exact steps that I took right now. It all started with the beautiful, the Amazing Spider-Man Carnage. This was the first time I ever landed a secret rare in the VEVE app from a comic drop. So I ended up getting the secret rare. As always, I was one of the last ones that had it delivered. So I had a friend who actually landed the same secret rare and managed to sell it for like $5,000 right after the drop. That case wasn't there for me. By the time that I got my secret rare, the floor had already dropped below 3,000. I originally intended on holding this for a very long time because I landed on drop. The cover looks really sick. I watched Carnage like a couple days afterwards and I was really hype, but ultimately I didn't feel like the actual comic held enough real physical value in order to keep it, so I decided to make some moves with it. What I did is I kept on watching the market week in and week out, seeing what the price fluctuations would do. Finally, I realized that the mid 1000s was a really good price point, a really good exit point. So I ended up selling mine for around 1,500 gems. Of course, you know, I do think everything's going to go up in value over time, but that was so I could make my next move. The reason I did this is because I knew a better comic was dropping soon. The reason I knew this was a better comic was based on my own personal studies of what contains real physical value, the amount of editions, and of course just some simple Google searches. But also Crypto's Comic and More, The Comic Way. We have some great YouTubers out there that specifically make these comic videos as a valuable resource for the community. So people like me who don't know a ton about comics can see opportunities coming up. So here's what I did. I sold for 1,500 and I ended up investing that 1,500 plus 100 more into the Miles Morales Spider-Man, knowing that with this being a modern age comic, it still contained more value than a lot of older comics. So I knew that this thing was undervalued as soon as it dropped. So I actually ended up selling my Carnage for 1,500. And for just $100 more, I was able to get Ultimate Fallout. This is really exciting for me because I am a Miles Morales fan. I love the movie and I love the future of the MCU, how it's going in that direction. However, I'm still thinking long term. I'm still thinking most desirable and the highest on the bracket, the highest on physical value. So it didn't stop there. Although I could have held on to this for a long time and the value I do believe would continue to go up, I decided that I wanted to exit for something else that I found undervalued. What I did is I ended up exiting this only a couple of days ago, maybe a week ago. I exited this at 2.3 thousand gems. So as you can tell right now, since I exited, the floor's dropped, but I'm not really too concerned about that. So now I went from the original drop that I got that secret rare, which by the way, I didn't point this out in the beginning of the video, but that initial drop, I paid $6.99, landed that secret rare, got $1,500 from that, bought a $1,600 secret rare, and flipped that to $2,300, and now I'm sitting on 2,300 gems, or once we're able to convert it back, that's around at least $2,000 after, you know, some fees or whatever, but you know, we're looking over $2,000. So what do I do with this 2,300 gems now? There's a lot of things that I could have done, and of course, I'm honestly more of a fan of the collectible side of things than comics, but I see value and I see where things are heading. I have some very valuable resources again that made me have some informed decisions about what to do with these gems as far as comics goes. For me personally, because I originally started this gem spree with a comic, I wanted to leave it in comics, but I didn't want to just leave it in comics. I wanted it to be the best comics. So I decided to go for the the best bang for my buck in my price range, which I personally believe, and according to some others, was the Fantastic 4-5. So although the floor has dropped a little bit since my entry point, I accidentally clicked on the common, not the secret rare. It's around 1.9 thousand right now. It's probably, yeah, it's kind of like mid 1950 right there. I ended up buying a good edition number of this Fantastic 4-5 for right around floor. So I have this top 10% edition number, which, you know, some might say, and this came from Comics, Crypto, and More, that the top 10% is around like a 9.0 grade. He actually has a scale for it, you know, as far as the mint number goes compared to like what the grade would be. And this comic, I feel, and other people feel, is very undervalued. I am not making this video by any means of trying to pump this price. I want to show you the moves that I made to get here. So the Fantastic 4-5 comic, is the physical value is one of the best grades out there. Again, not a comic guy, is around $500,000. And even the lower grades are easily selling for over $10,000. So in my head, it just made sense that this comic would be undervalued, and I was able to get a good mint number right around floor. Will I stop here? I have no idea. I personally think that this is a great hold. I think Doctor Doom is an asset to the MCU. Again, not a comic person, but at the end of the day, I feel like no matter what, this comic's going to go up. If I exit later, if you see my name on the sell feed, it's not because I'm trying to paper hand because I want to leave VEVE and take my gems out. It's because I have more in store for my gems. Maybe I see an opportunity arising to where I can get an even better comic at that time period. Of course, whales out there don't have to worry about this stuff. They have the liquidity to buy whatever they want, whenever they want, with as much gems as they want. With retail investors and the working class investing in it, we do have to sell stuff in order to get more stuff, especially these big purchases. So when you see people in the market selling their stuff, that doesn't necessarily mean they're exiting VEVE or that anything like that. They're simply just wanting to get something else and make other moves. That's what I'm doing here. And as I'm sharing this video with you, I am currently on the Fantastic 4 number 5. That's where I landed on my secret rare. I'm really excited about it. I'm glad to have that comic in my possession. I'm glad to have a pretty good mint number. So here's my Fantastic 4 number 5, mint number 3243, that I am so excited about and I finally own. Thank you for getting this far in the video. Let me know down below in the comments what your favorite moves that you've made, your favorite few flips in order to get something that you really desired. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.